Morning, wake up to Rodney. Right, so, whoa, everything's moving around. It's only my lunch. Right, yeah, so, England last night, I fell asleep. I said, I'm not going to get to the end of the England match, and I was right, I fell asleep. I'm just up so early. I mean, I'm up at 4:30, so I didn't get to the end of the match. So I got to about 9:30. I think it was 3-0. I think it was 3-0. Could have been more. But let me explain something to you. Right. And it's about management style or leadership style or the objectives. And the objectives are exactly this. There's two ways to approach anything, hard or soft. Hard is you've got a goal. So Tuchel's task is approaching it in a hard way in terms of ruthless. He's not there to make friends. He's not there to build the England team for the future. He's not there to, like Stuart Pearce said, in the opposite to what Stuart Pearce said, he's not there to go and speak to the England under 14s manager and look at. He's not there. He's there for 18 months, and in that 18 months, he needs to win the World Cup or the Euros or both or one of them. Yeah, that's his task. That's why he's the highest paid international manager in the world. That's why he's been given that task. He's won a lot of things at domestic level, and now they're hoping that he can win on the international stage. Right. So his task, there's nothing soft about his task. He's not there to get on with players. He's not there to make friendships with anybody. He's not there to have any kind of soft approach to anything. And in a way, that's kind of like the German characteristics anyway. In terms of, if you're trying to produce something, you produce something that's the best, and that is the task. And that's his approach. So, the interesting thing for me is how people still value the soft approach when it hasn't brought us anything. So let me give you an example. Terry Venables at Euro 96 adopted the soft approach. Yeah, getting on with players, arms around players, players having time with family, blah blah blah. Yes, it got us to the semi-final, but we didn't win. We didn't win, and we could have won because we had the players good enough. We had the players, and if with just a little bit more discipline, there was a huge potential that we could have done well in that tournament. Yep. There was huge potential that we could have won Euro 96. Gareth Southgate, people kept saying, why is Gareth Southgate not picking Jack Grealish? He used to play for Aston Villa. So what? So I think Gareth Southgate tried the hard approach for a certain level, up to a certain level, but then was too soft. And like, I give you an example, at the World Cup quarter final against France, yeah, every time we got a ball in or around the French box, we got a free kick. Who gets the most amount of free kicks? Jack Grealish. We got 2 penalties. We scored one, missed one. Yeah. But do what you need to do to win the game. No one cares about in 3 years' time. Everybody cares about now. Win the match. France were there to be beaten. And I think we definitely would have beaten Saudi Arabia or whoever it was. Yeah. And we definitely would have had a good job against Argentina. So my point is like, do these managers know? And I tried to explain it to some pupils yesterday, and they didn't get it, because they were like, oh, Klopp puts his arms around people. I'm like, listen, oh, she's there as well. No, let's not get into that. Anyway, my point is that I think Tuchel, with the team that he's got, is played 2, won 2, scored 5, conceded none. That sounds pretty clinical to me. Now, yes, when we play in the Nations League, we might play some tougher matches. But for me, it's the business approach. So taking that harder business approach to the task is what will pay dividend for England, because we've got to stop this emotional link to the England team, and we've got to start looking at the England team as a way of producing the football that's going to win us something. And that you can take into business, you can take into how you operate your business. If you've got a task that needs doing by a deadline, yeah, because there's a deadline, you almost have to have the hard approach. And that might be where Arteta's tried to take the hard approach, but might not quite just be there in terms of how he approaches all aspects of his coaching. Potentially. I mean, I don't know enough about the Arsenal training. I haven't got any friends at Arsenal. I do at Tottenham. Now, I do at Tottenham. Now, Angie's training sessions are tough training sessions, but they're relevant and to the point. So they're worth it. But they're worth it. So how can Spurs capitalise on what essentially is a good coach doing a good job, but that not transferring to results on the pitch? Now, clearly something's wrong with training that so many people get injured. So there needs to be looking at, are we just buying weaker players? Are they just weaker players? What is the reason why so many of them are so easily injured? This has got to be made sense of. Does that make sense? So listen, I'm quite confident with Thomas Tuchel because of the hard approach. Yeah, because it's a task, and he's been given a task, and he's making sure that he's executing on that task. The weather is terrible. I'm hoping another buzzard. What's going on? I'm hoping that it clears up later on today so I can get those pictures of those trees. Listen, like and subscribe, guys. Just a short one this morning. Itchy nose. Oh, that was what I meant to say. The leaking of these WhatsApp, these government US government WhatsApps, I think is hilarious. I think it's been done on purpose. I don't think it's an accident. Oh, bloody hell. I don't think it's an accident in any way. I think it's been done on purpose. It's a bit of fun, and it's the way Vance says, I'm tired of bailing out Europe. So let's see where this story goes, but I actually think it's hilarious. And you know, I just think it's something else. It's a smoke screen for something else. It's a smoke screen for the deal that they're trying to put through in Ukraine. It's just to take the heat off the Ukraine deal, and basically that's it. I don't think there's any more to it other than that. Listen, like and subscribe, guys. It's in a bit. Bye.